Hi everyone, welcome back to More to Explore. Today I'm going to be showing you a resort overview and walkthrough of Riu Montego Bay in Jamaica. There are, I think, 3 Riu resorts in a row that are next to each other, but we stayed at the Riu Montego Bay 5 stars is what I think it's called online. This is what the lobby looks like. It is an open air concept. They have some fans going and it is covered, but there are no windows or air conditioning or anything like that. Here's what it looks like at night. When we checked in, they gave us a welcome drink. There's a taxi stall in the lobby where you can see what the price is for taxis, and I think that those prices are for up to 4 people. This is one of the stage areas. They had the little stage on the right, and then this is the main stage right here. They have some shows here, and the club is back there. There's a bar. They have this touchscreen board that has all the activities for the day, or for actually the whole week, so you can see what's going on and where it is. You can click on the items to get some more information, and it has all of the times that the items are happening. We went to all of the shows and had a really great time. I'll make another video about that, but here's just kind of the overview of that. In the lobby, there is a gift shop. And then right above the gift shop is a sports bar. That is not the staircase you use to get up to the sports bar. It's actually around the corner. So just keep that in mind because it looks like that's where you need to go, but it is not. Here's a gift shop. They have all the touristy items that you could think of. I recommend going into town if you have the opportunity to do some of your shopping because the prices are a lot cheaper in town. As you can see here, this bottle of sunscreen is really expensive. Everything here is in US dollars. This one is 30 US dollars. So especially sunscreen, I think it's worth it to bring a checked bag with your sunscreen because it's just so overly priced here, and the sun is very strong. All the items here are basically what we saw in town as well. So if you see something specific you like, you can probably find it in town. But if you're not going to town, this is a great alternative, but just expect to pay a little more. Here is a sports bar. This is upstairs. There's the actual bar right there. And then if you come to the left, there's a seating area. This is open 24/7, so if you're hungry, you can come here and grab and go with some food. They have some half sandwiches and they have some condiments in them. This is nothing fancy, but it's just like a little snack if you need a little something. They have popcorn and nachos and empanadas. So yeah, if you just need a little something, you can get it here, because the restaurants are not open 24 hours a day. But there were a lot of people in here, and people were making use of it. They had a couple pool tables, and everything was decorated super sporty and fun. So if you just need somewhere to chill for a little bit, and none of the bars are open, you can come hang out here. You do have to pay for the pool, which I thought was a little silly, but it's there for you. And then this is the view of the lobby from the sports bar. This is our walk to our room. One thing to keep in mind is that the floors in Jamaica, they start at 0. So the bottom floor is floor 0, and then the first floor is what in America we consider the second floor. So if we were in building 4, so if your room is 4210, which was our room, that's technically the 3rd floor. So the first number is the building number, and then the second number is your floor number, and then the last 2 numbers are your room number. So we were 4210. So 4th building, 3rd floor, technically the 2nd floor, but what we consider in America the 3rd floor, and then building 10. And our building did not have any elevators, so keep that in mind if you have mobility issues or if you have a lot of luggage. I think maybe someone could help you bring your bags if you want, so keep that in mind. To ask for probably the ground floor if you have mobility issues. Some of the other buildings that were 4 stories tall did have elevators, but the ones that are only 3 stories did not. Here's one of the pools. There are several pools throughout the resort. The main pool is definitely the loudest. That's where they have music and entertainment. So if you're looking for a more quiet option, this pool is the good one for you. This is Pepe's Food. This is one of the food stands. It's only open a couple hours throughout the day, but it has some traditional jerk food, and people were definitely lining up for that. To the right, they had the beach party, and you could just go hang out there. This is one of the bars by the pool. The seating had these shades that you could pull with a rope, so if you wanted it shaded or not, you could pull that to get your preference. This is the main pool right here. So they had the bar to the right, and then there's the bar in the pool, which is really nice. It has some chairs around it, and there's some tables in the pool along with some chairs in the pool. Those do fill up pretty fast. Like, this pool fills up a lot faster than the others. You might have problems finding a chair next to the main pool right up against the pool, but there's plenty of chairs throughout, so you can just drop your stuff and then go to whatever pool you want. They have a little chess game over here that you can play at one of the pools. And this pool right here is the Riu party pool. They had the foam party in there. They have the water aerobics, and some of the other fun activities are there. This is where the stage area is again. There's lots of seating here. If you want to get specific seating for a show, I recommend you get there probably at least half an hour early. They have a couple bars on either side of the stage, so you can grab some drinks. But if you want a front row seat, you definitely need to get there early. There will be enough seats for everyone, but it just might not be exactly where you want for the show. You can just hang out here throughout the day too. You don't need to come here just for the show. There is Wi-Fi throughout the resort. Here is one of the bars. Some people were a little concerned about the water. The water is safe to drink here. They'll give you a bottle of water, but any of the water served at the restaurants that they pour in your glass is filtered, and same with the ice. There's a bathroom in there, and then this is actually where you go up for the sports bar. Now we're back in the main lobby. It was always busy throughout the day. There's some seating. There's the front desk to the right. You do need to check out, and they cut off your wristband, and you need to turn in your room keys. There is a fee if you do not turn in your towel keys. They give you, per person in your room, you get one additional, it looks like a little room key, but it's for your towel. So you can go and exchange it for a towel, or you can exchange your towel, your wet, dirty towel, for a new dry towel. But you do need to return that key at the end of your stay. Now we are getting to where there's a little strip of restaurants. So all the restaurants, for the most part, are in this section. They have what times they are open in front of each of them, and they also have a menu, so you can check that out. So like you see here, there's a sign, and then there's that activities board again. To the left is the seating for the buffet. There's seating out here, which is not air conditioned, and then there's seating inside the buffet, which is air conditioned. Either way, when you sit down, someone will come up to you and ask if you want something to drink, and if you need anything else, they will grab that for you. And then when you're done, you just leave your tray where it is, and they'll take care of that for you. This is the buffet. It is only open during certain hours of the day. They do close in between meals so that they can switch out the food and clean up. So just keep that in mind. But the sports bar is always open. So this is Rose Hall. This is the buffet. Now we are back to the pool. There's a volleyball net in one of the pools. Like I said, plenty of seating throughout. But if you want to sit at a specific pool, I recommend getting there pretty early in the day. The pools do close pretty early. I believe they close at around 6 p.m., which is pretty standard for all inclusives, but something to keep in mind. One thing a lot of people were doing one thing that's really popular in Jamaica is to smoke. So I believe smoking is not allowed. However, no one was really stopping anybody unless they were doing it under the roof, like in the stage area. So no one was really stopping anybody, but I believe they recommend that you don't do it. This is how busy the pool gets during the day. They have different games and activities. And then, like you can see here, this pool was pretty empty. So it just depends on what vibe you want. You can kind of get whatever you want. If you want the party scene, or if you just want some quiet and relaxation, you can head over to another pool. If you go past the pools, here is where you get to the beach. The beach was really nice. There were lots of chairs over here as well. There isn't anybody that comes up and asks you if you want drinks. So if you need a drink, you need to make sure you grab it before you head down to the beach. To the left, there were some free activities. We did kayaking, there's paddle boarding, and some other activities you can do. Here's a volleyball court. This was one of the activities that they set up throughout the day, and you can go hang out there. This is what the pool looks like empty. It's really beautiful. We liked to sit in these little chairs right here. They do fill up, but just keep that in mind. But they were really nice to just lounge out. There's a little changing stall right here. So if you need to change from your bathing suit to your clothes or vice versa, you can hop in there. The pathways were relatively covered by the palm trees, which was nice. And then up here is the towel stand. So if you need to swap out your towels or get a towel, you can do that here. Just make sure you have that little towel card with you or a towel to swap it with. Over here, they had some cats. It was really cute. They had a little home for them, and they were hanging out in the shade. They give them food and water. So if you see cats around, you will see cats around. They're being taken care of, so don't worry about that. Here are some of the bathrooms. There are some on the other side as well, but there's some. They have these signs throughout the resort that tell you how to get to the different areas and which way to go. So look out for those if you're lost. We had really beautiful weather while we were there. There weren't a ton of clouds, so there wasn't a lot of shade. And like I said, the sun is really strong, and we went in the early spring. So coming from Chicago, where it's snowy all the time and we don't get any sun, we definitely felt it. So make sure to bring enough sunblock, because you don't want to pay $35 for a can at the gift shop. So bring enough sunblock, wear a hat, be covered up. You'll still get a tan for sure, but make sure to stay safe so that you're not uncomfortable your whole trip. The employees were all really kind and fun at this resort. You can tell they work really hard. So definitely be nice to them. Throw them a couple bucks if you want. They were such a blast and really made the trip fun. People do come around and clean up your glasses if you leave anything behind. But like I said, people do not come around and ask for drinks, so you just make sure you head over to the bar and grab one. Across the ocean over there is the Sandals Resort. They have some bungalows. We kayaked out there and took a look at them, and they're really nice. So now we're back at the beach. The sand was really nice. There weren't really any shells, so you can walk the beach without hurting your feet too bad. There were a couple little ones, but nothing substantial. And you can kind of see here, there are people on the beach in canoes that are trying to sell you things. A lot of them were trying to sell us weed. If you are into that, go for it. If not, you can just say no thank you. They're also selling different goods and things that you can find downtown. So if you want to get something but you don't want to pay the prices in the gift shop, this is a great alternative, and you can see what they have. Overall, I would say this is more of a party resort. The other resorts next to this, the other Riu resorts, were a little more calmer. This one is adults only. I believe some of the other ones were more geared towards families and couples. So if you're looking for something a little quieter, that'd be great. Here's some more bathrooms. We are a couple and we had a great time. We came with some family and we had so much fun. Here's the splash pad. This is not splash pad, the splash area. It is not open every day, so make sure you don't wait until your last day and it can be closed. But there were a few different water slides you can go down. They were really fun and actually really scary. But if you're into the thrills, these are for you. Here's the ones that they had. You do have to go up a couple flights of stairs to get to them. But we had so much fun, and it was never full, so we just walked right onto all the slides. And you can see right there, the Sandals Resort is right next to this. Here's what it looks like from the water. Back to the beach. The planes do take off from the airport, and they go right over. So every once in a while, you will hear a loud plane, but it's not too often. Next up, this is the club. This is by just to the left of the main stage. We went in right when it opened. I believe it doesn't open until about 11 o'clock at night. But they had music and they had a little bar in there. People were dancing. It was really fun. Here's some of the cats just hanging out. I thought they were so cute. But they are taking care of them, so don't worry about them. This guy was just taking a little bath. They don't really seem scared of people. But just be nice to them. They're just doing their own thing. We had so much fun by the pool. Again, I'll make another video about all the activities, but overall, we really enjoyed our stay here at Riu Montego Bay, and we would be back. It was clean, food was good, we had a great time. But for more videos on Riu Montego Bay, check out our channel, and thank you so much for watching.